What's good, YouTube? This is Daybreak748 coming back at you guys with yet again another Figma figure review. Today we're going to be taking a look at Samus, the Zero Suit version from Figma. Now, as you guys can clearly see, I have Samus here out of the box and she looks phenomenal. Now, I gotta say, it's a little weird for me to review a character who's not based off of an anime. And I say that because when I took her out of the box, I was like, wow, this feels really weird handling this kind of figure. She, if you did not know, is from a video game, Metroid. If you haven't checked it out, go play it. It's a lot of fun. But with that said, as you can clearly tell, she's not an anime character. So not seeing the big eyes and the weird, crazy expressions that you get with those anime characters, it's a very different vibe. Now, this figure, it's very minimalistic when it comes to the accessories, but they nailed it. This figure looks absolutely gorgeous. I love how this looks, and we will talk more about it as we get to the actual review. So first thing I want to talk about are her accessories, and then we'll move on to the figure itself. So when you take Samus here out of the box, you get the Figma goodie bag where you can store all of her goodies. You get not the display base. The display base is right there. You get the rack of hands, which is very, very nice. And as you guys can clearly see, even on the hands, the paint looks awesome. The light blue and the dark metallic blue, they just shimmer so nicely, and it's this nice little contrast. It's great. Even the insignia that she has on her back of her, I guess, hand looks very, very nice and well done. No paint smudges, even on something that small. Alright, moving on to some of the other boring accessories. You get this peg piece right here for some more actiony poses. You get this piece right here, which is tiny, but it's the handle for the blaster. Now, this piece obviously is not the actual blaster. It's just the handle. It's if you want to have her store the blaster in the holster right here. So there you go. You also get this little piece right here, an extra spare joint, just in case you snap off the one that's already on her. Now, moving on to some of the more exciting accessories, you get another faceplate, which is this one right here. Like I said, very weird, not seeing an anime face. It's very small. Love the attention to detail, like that birthmark right there. It's so small my camera will not pick it up, but it's there. When you pick it up, or if you purchase this figure, you will notice the birthmark, and at first I thought that was like a factory defect, but nope, it wasn't. So that's pretty cool. Alright, moving on to the next accessory that you get with this figure. You get a separate head, and it's shorter hair, pretty much. And then she has this earpiece, which is quite nice. If you want to swap it out, as you can clearly see, there's a crease, or there's a cut line right there. If you pull on this piece right here, you can see that it comes apart. So pull off this existing hairpiece and then put on the face that you want. So that's pretty cool. And then the last accessory that's not actually on her is this piece right here, her helmet, which is once again done very, very nicely. The gold paint that they used, the white numbers all throughout the helmet, done very nicely. Even the little small details like this triangle right here, it is freaking awesome. Alright, with that being said, now you can clearly see the other accessories. You have the main blaster, and then, like I said, the display base. With that said, let's take a quick look, or a 360 look at this figure. Wow, she looks freaking gorgeous. That paint is sick. I love how the paint looks on this particular figure. That light blue and that dark blue, that contrast, perfect. It just shimmers so nicely, especially if you have some bright lights on her. It is actually very, very beautiful. The line work that you see on her bodysuit, all painted on, and there's not one mess up on the actual figure. So that's pretty freaking amazing. Now, when it comes to the sculpt, very minimalistic. Like I said, she's wearing this bodysuit. You can see that she's very fit. You can see like her belly button right there. You can see just pretty much everything. Like if I take her off the base, you can see her butt right there. So it's a very nice, sexy suit. Her face, very, very nice. Love the attention to detail. Like I said, that little birthmark underneath her lips makes her look that much more attractive. I love the way they sculpted the hair. This looks perfect. Now, with that said, articulation, the head can look that far up, can look very far down, which is nice. Her little ponytail can swivel right here, and she can look left and right. The arms, as you can clearly see, they made it in a way where it's cut a little deeper so you can get that extra mobility going inwards towards her chest. The arms can go out that far. The bicep swivel is built in right there. Can fully rotate. Figma joint at the elbows. You have the pivot and the hinge right here. So you have all the articulation you could possibly want on her hands. When it comes to her upper diaphragm joint, very, very good range of motion right there. She doesn't have a waist swivel, unfortunately, but the diaphragm joint should do the trick. Her legs can go all the way out, can bend right there. Her feet can go out that far, go back very, very far, and she can pivot. So there you go. So with that said, this figure is a must get, especially if you are a Samus fan, or if you are, like, for instance, in my case, I am a Super Smash Bros. Fan, and this is where I was introduced to this version of Samus. So if you want to pick up your very own copy of Samus, I highly recommend you do so quickly, because once this figure goes, then it might be a little bit more pricey. Now, with that being said, thank you so much for stopping by and watching this video. If you guys like what you saw, please give me a thumbs up. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe. And yeah, with that said, if you have any questions regarding this figure, please leave it in the comment section down below. And then until next time, guys, this is Daybreak 748. I'm signing out. Peace out.